If you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
if you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
we just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we played it just cash. I put my money in a strong position. They try to tell me I can't win, it's just a stupid superstition. Cause when I focus, you will notice that I'm winning. We demolish every bookie, there ain't no competition. Now listen, I would never give you shitty picks and do you wrong. Come and join the Discord, tell these bets and hit the bone. Cooking up a parlay super unders and a song. We be really winning, this ain't just to make another song. So if you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
we coming in and we taking all the money.
Just cash.
They can't do nothing to stop us.
Just cash.
Hey, fuck these bookies, man.
Just cash.
They wanna limit me cause I win. Label me the enemy cause all I do is win. Just give us a try, this is where it all begins. I'm not gonna lie, all I know how to do is just win. If you love making money and wanna win,
Just
they wanna
cash.
limit me cause I win.
Just cash.
If you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash. Just cash.
Just cash.
love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we played it just cash. Love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we played it just cash.
Hey, hold up. Fuck, I lost too much money on that shit.
Just cash.
Fuck, I lost too much money on that shit, dog.
Hating life, hating things, but hey, that's not us. What's going on? Welcome back. You already know what time it is. It's just cash. What's good, man? What's happening, Underrated? How are you?
Oh, man, feeling good. College basketball's here. We had a great day yesterday. DeBonsta came through for us in the clutch, and Condon came through by 1 PRA. That was nice. So, we went 2-1. 1 unit up. Good first day. Can't be mad, bro. Can't be mad. And we're right back for another.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Felt like it was definitely a solid day. You can't be mad at 2-1. And we had a bunch of stuff that we talked about here in the the YouTube channel and the community. So shout out. We had a couple of good looks in the chat there. A couple good fades too, I will say. Only blemish on the night was Caden Lewis. It's just unfortunate sometimes these coaching rotations especially got us. The first half wasn't that bad. He had 10 PRA, didn't really shoot much. I think he only had like 3 field goal attempts. But second half, bro literally just came out, went 0-4 in like the first 4 minutes, and coach benched him for the rest of the game. And then, of course, the other guard got historic night for him. So unfortunate there, but hey, our guy DeMonsta, bro, just absolutely handled business. Told y'all I'd be thoroughly heartbroken if he didn't put up a 20 plus, and he definitely came through for us. So and he cleared the fantasy line. If you guys caught that, we were talking about that in the chat. Prizepicks had him at 32.5, and he ended up getting that last rebound. He did, I know, sad face hook the Underdog line, missing those last 2 free throws was pretty devastating. But all in all, man, not a bad night. I like what I saw. We talked about Donovan Dent as well. Bro snapped off, absolutely had himself a game. And
How did he do? What was his line? Do you know? I didn't even look. I heard a few people say he did really good, but I didn't look. Ayo's here.
let's see. Well, he had 14 going in a half. I know that, and I just kind of stopped watching from there because we had our other game on the big lights. But he went for 21, so still played 36 minutes.
Man, yeah. He said, "Man, give me a new school. I don't care. I'm still Donovan Dent. I'm still him." 14.5 it was before it bumped. That was nice, man. That was nice. UCLA looking fun this year. Oh yes, Q Donkey's here again, and he got another play for us. That's what's up. Ayo's here. C-Dot's here. C-Dot says, "Let's fucking go." My two favorite white boys in action. I love it here. Hit the likes button. Subscribe. Thank you, A-Dot. People are hitting the like button already. We got 13 likes already this quick. I mean, that's always a nice feeling. You know, you guys are too nice to us. And Glow Boy's here too. Oh, faithful names that I'm remembering from last season. We're back, guys. We're going to be better than ever, though, this time. It's a whole different level this year. Oh yes.
Seeing some noties pop up here, the LFG on the Prizepicks slip. So while we're talking about likes and stuff, make sure you guys, if you haven't already, hit that like button down below and subscribe so you don't miss out whenever we do go live. But the extra goodness is always going to be in the Discord, and make sure you guys come in and check that out. Still running the 7-day free trial. And if you were in there today, Big Dizo, shout out to DZ in the behind the scenes, just working it with soccer, looking like a sweep day. Just hit a slip, I think the only thing that he has left on that slip is the Giddy tacos. So, man, really, really good day in the Discord. So make sure you guys again check it out. 7-day free trial. Come stop by, say hey, and win some cash.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, DZ's been on fucking fire, bro. When he tags everyone, I know it's time to jump. Put some money on it.
Oh, 100%, man. And love to see it too, especially, when we have a little bit of downtime. Like today, I'll keep it a buck with you. Today is going to be a much lighter day. Really just got one game on the docket. It's going to be our Duke game versus Texas. And then a lot of the other stuff, we'll talk about some plays. I'm sure you guys are going to have some in the chats as well. I'll go over a few plays that are on the radar, not official, but on the radar. And we'll see what we come up with. The schedule for the rest of the week is going to be somewhat, the rest of the same of what we're doing today, what we did yesterday. There's going to be some good plays, but there's a lot of, I think tomorrow there's literally one ranked team playing. So not a whole lot, at least projection-wise, that we might get to work with. But some of the lower stuff, these lesser teams, they could give us props for. So we'll kind of play it by ear with that. And then next week, because week one is always weird. Everyone wants a free win and, easy home opener, XYZ. But next week, we're going to get into the thick of it. We got a real solid schedule moving forward after that. So lots of money to be made, lots of opportunity. Don't miss out.
Yeah, you know what else, too, is kind of cool. There's not a lot of games this first week as far as competition and props to get with, but I like it this way because then we can ease into it, learn slow as we go. If they all started at once, man, that'd be like too much. I feel like just get overwhelmed. It's kind of like football Sundays at 10 a.m. for me when they have like 10 games or 9 games going on at once. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta, it's too much. So I'm happy with the way it's starting. I like just focusing on a couple players. We can learn these few teams we do have better. I feel like it's easier for everybody. So I'm happy with this, the way it starts. So yeah, with that being said, Q Donkey has a few plays for us, which will be exciting. And I know you still got a few plays that we like for tonight. There's a couple others that we didn't write on the list that we still kind of like as well, even though it's one game.
Yeah, there's definitely a few, like I said, we'll talk about here and get into. I'm excited about this game, man.
Yeah.
Another, special event per se. So for this game, we'll just kind of go ahead and go right into it. Texas going out to Duke tonight. The spread moved quite a bit. So if you guys got on it early, it's all the way up to like minus 600, 700, 800 on some sites, but pretty crazy. They were only minus 350. I mean, I know we talked about that quite a bit in the Discord and also a little bit on stream yesterday before it moved again, because it was like minus 420, 440 or something like that yesterday. But moving all the way up to minus 10.5 spread from 7.5 is a bit crazy. Total moved up just a hair from 150 to 152.5. But this game's going to be in Charlotte on ESPN. And for this one, they're actually honoring Dick Vitale. He's one of their broadcasters, and it's going to be, a big hubbub for him. So super excited for that. Also here in Charlotte, not that far away from me. If I wasn't so dedicated to you guys, I actually might go down to that game. But I don't know if I want to fight traffic this late in the day. But yeah, man, special event for him here. We got a big home opener for Boozer and then his wingman, Isaiah Evans, which we'll talk about both these guys here in just a second. But it's going to be an interesting game. I think the big question is, can Texas keep it close, and how many minutes are we going to get out of our guys here? But preseason looked really good. Both these dudes kind of locked in for 30-plus minutes. So we'll break that down here in just a second, show you guys some stats on that. But honestly, I'm excited about this game. A lot of hype for this one. And then with the ceremony also. Yeah, I imagine probably have somewhat of a later start time. So we'll keep an eye out for that. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop into it. We got Isaiah Evans at now 14.5 points. Prizepicks, I believe, still has him at 15 flat. But the wingman, man, Batman always has to have his Robin, and this is going to be our dynamic duo for this year. I mean, we saw it in the preseason games. Both of these guys led the team in usage. The one game we had Isaiah with 4 of 12, and then Boozer came up with 12 of 19 shooting. So both very, very capable. Evans, a little bit more of their kind of dedicated 3-point shooter. Both of these guys are mixed bags, so we get it from the field, from 3, and from the free throw line. I do like that. Boozer obviously is going to come with a lot more RA upside here in general. Like you see here, 12 rebounds, 4 assists.
Wait, I want to stop you. I want to stop you right there too. Boozer, just look at his assists as you're looking. 4, right? Okay, 4. Okay, go on. Just remember that 4. Okay.
Right. Which was something that really stood out for us in the early looks for the PRA line, because you guys can see also on the list, we had it written down at 31.5, and he's moved all the way up to 33.5. And I mean, dare I say, I wouldn't be surprised if he even moves to 34.5, because smaller slate, a lot of action on a name player, and it's going to translate to some line movement. But yeah, 4 assists, that definitely stood out for me, in at least just for one game. But even in the other game, I mean, we look at him and it's definitely not. Oh, close out the wrong one. Bear with me. Let's see. Because they actually played 2 reasonable exhibition games, one against Tennessee and then UCF. But yeah, so the one against Tennessee, Boozer ended up with 6 assists as well, on top of the God, how many rebounds did he have? 17 rebounds? Something insane. But still went 7 of 20 shooting from the field. So, I mean, the guy's just, I mean, like our Demonsta from last night. I mean, this guy's going to have the ball in his hands, like, at all times. So, absolutely love him. And then even here, Isaiah Evans put up 14 field goal attempts, 9 from 3 in that game, and then 10 from 3 in the other game. So, again, dedicated 3-point shooter there. And then I would personally say the rest of the guys a little bit more volatile for minutes. Nicholas probably the next closest, and then everyone else kind of a hodgepodge of mid-low 20s. But yeah, our money's going to be on the studs tonight. So these 2 guys look phenomenal in the preseason. I like them here under the big lights. It's one of our closest spreads that we actually had on the slate, so that was a bit of a boost, kind of an added bonus there. Hopefully it stays close. They were very, very sharp on the lines last night. And the Florida game, I told y'all, man, Florida ranked way too high. It was a damn good game, man, but that ranking was just a little too generous.
Rylo's here.
Hey, what's good, man? What's
and
good?
Green Tongue Man is here. He got a little question we can jump into it a little bit later.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, honestly, that's really about all I got for these guys. It's just going to be kind of a show and tell. We've seen them in the 2 exhibition games. Boozer has a lot of, hubbub around him and hype already. But Evans looked really sharp this last year, and a lot of the stuff leading up to this. So I think as long as we don't see any shenanigans from the coaches, like last night, I was not happy about them benching the star players to kind of go into the half. That was not cool. But yeah, looking for at least 30-plus minutes tonight. Realistically, thinking 33 minutes at least, and I'd be happy with that.
Danny C's here.
Looks good. Welcome. What's going on, everyone?
Okay, E. Well, the one thing I did want to throw out there that I'm going to make a bet on, I think, is it's kind of funny, but Boozer's assists, bro, 2.5. He had 4 and he had 6 in the 2 exhibition games. Yes, they are exhibition, but think about it. What are they going to do with Boozer today? He's the guy everyone's talking about, right? They're gonna Demonsta him, aren't they? They're gonna double team him. They're gonna try to do everything they can. All he needs is 3 assists, bro. 3 assists. It's 2.5 on Dabble, and it's 2.5 on Bovada, minus 140, and I'm sure it's 2.5 other places. I haven't had time to check. But I don't think Prizepicks has it for good reason, and Underdog has it at 3.5. So just throwing that out there as a little side note. Definitely got to put some money on that.
Let me see. See if I can find that real fast.
Yeah, if you have it on your books too, I don't know.
Oh, minus 115 on Bet365.
There you go. It was plus 100 on Flip yesterday. Someone told me. I didn't get it, but I didn't realize he had 4 and 6 assists. And then after I watched how they were playing against their star players yesterday, I was like, you know what? Obviously, he can pass if he has 4 and 6, and he's going to look to pass in a game like this. You know how they do it. They want to show out. Yeah, I can do everything. I can dunk, I can rebound, I can pass, etc.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, I do like the thought of. I wouldn't be shocked to see the same kind of treatment that we had on AJ last night. You know,
Right.
if it's not even a dedicated double team, still just having some double teams thrown at him is going to make a lot of sense. You know, given what we saw in the preseason, you know, coaches obviously don't want him to have that kind of at least just raw shooting volume overall. You know, I think realistically, he's probably still going to be at least around the 10, 13, 14 field goal attempts range, but not the 17, the 20 attempts. Like, you know, they don't want to see that.
Yeah, man. I think it's a low number. Probably should be 3.5, I think. Feels like it should, at least. I don't know why it's so low. That's the only scary part, but it's a sneaky play. I wouldn't only play his assists because you don't want to sit there and play his assists and then he gets 40 PRA and 2 assists and you're like, fuck, you know. Kind of just spread it out,
Right.
play it all. But his assists is something to take, I think, too.
Yeah, and on that note, you know, with him, he's unfortunately seen so many bumps. Like, I know his points and his PRA have bumped twice now. So if you
Right.
miss some of that initial value, this is at least a way to get exposure to a star player that, you know, isn't just kind of really chasing the rabbit, if you will.
Right. Fliff had it plus 100. They removed it completely now. Like I said, Underdog's 3.5. So if you can find 2.5, like you just found at minus 115, ooh wee. Onyx took it off. They don't have his assists, so little
No, I'm with it. I'm with it,
banger
man.
there. They don't have it on.
And
They don't even have Boozer on Hot Streak for some reason. It's weird, right?
Yeah, the bookies have been all over the place with who they're giving us access to. I mean, even Prizepicks, they late added that Florida State props, you know, way late in the afternoon today. So hey, they're still just catching up on stuff. Again, week 1 is going to be very weird just across the board with what we're getting to work with. But this next week, I promise you, stuff's going to be locked in, and we'll get a lot of stuff moving forward.
Oh yeah. Like I said, we're easing into it. I like it though. It's a good thing. Dirty Reg's here. Dirty Reg 22.
Hey, what's good, man? What's good? I think we can go ahead and just open the floor up to some questions. We'll kind of hunt and dig into some props with you guys, and it might be a little bit of a shorter day today, but we are also starting earlier. The Duke game starts 30 minutes earlier than usual, so keep that in mind. Actually, before we open the floor up, let me just kind of hit on a few things. I'll throw out a couple of plays, at least that I have on the radar, and then we'll just go right through everyone's questions.
Yeah, man. We're chilling. I thought the Duke game was later.
No, it's like one of the first games tonight. It's 6:30 Eastern.
What?
Yeah. So something.
I have
something just-
5:45 written down here for some reason. My time. I have it on
Is it?
Fliff, and I had it on ESPN earlier. Yeah, that's why I was like, wait a minute, are you sure? Are you
Let's
sure?
see. Yeah, 6:30.
Well, you're looking at Purdue.
That's what I said. Purdue.
Oh, I thought you were saying Duke. I think you said Duke. My bad. I think you said Duke, and then I threw you off. I think you said Duke game. Okay, anyways. Okay, so you meant the Purdue game. Got you.
Yeah. The Purdue game.
Okay.
That one's starting a little bit earlier.
Okay.
But just some real quick notes. Purdue. Man, you got me doing it now.
Oops.
Purdue is 35.5 point favorite, so it's pretty damn high for obvious reasons. 149.5 total. 2 plays that kind of stood out for me. Braden Smith under 2.5 threes. Really just something he wasn't really trying to do a whole lot last year, unless it was a game that was really close or that they were trailing. That was something that he would kind of do. But first game, I think TKR is going to take over, do his thing. I would love to have some exposure to him, but again, with that kind of spread, not really trying to get too wrapped up in this. But the under 3 points made a lot of sense in this matchup. Not really anything too crazy. They still have Lawyer. They still have a couple of capable guards to take those shots. But the under here, and then the over on his 7.5 assists. He's a playmaker. I'm kind of surprised they have it at 7.5. The odds for it have been all over the place. I saw him like minus 115, minus 110 on some sites, all the way up to Prizepicks bumped him up to 8 flat, and he was minus 140 on, I think, Bet 365, and then FanDuel was just kind of somewhere in the middle of it. So I like him today. Honestly, I got him possibly going down for a double-double. He should be dishing it the whole game, and the lack of shooting and offense that he'll be doing. We've always seen him do this, so just something to keep on the radar for him. Minutes will probably get dialed back quite a bit, especially if they really run away with this game, but just some stuff to think about here. And then the other two games, just wanted to touch on real fast. The Nicholas at Kentucky. Kentucky's 31.5 favorites, 155.5 total. Always the only player I would even consider. We talked about Lau being possibly out yesterday, which I did have confusion on that. I thought he was still with Pittsburgh, but on this team now, he is going to be out, in fact, today. So they'll be missing at least one star player. He'll likely soak up that usage, but again, blowout minutes, all that stuff, somewhat of a concern. But hey, he wasn't that bad last year, man. I will say 16 points on average with the players that he had around him. Now in this look, might be a little bit different this season, but someone to keep an eye on for if we get a close game. And then the last one, more of a closer spread, 12.5 point favorites. We got Hawaii traveling out to Oregon, 144.5 total. We got Nate the Great on the slate here, and now without his other stars that he had last year, this team is basically just him. And what was the other guy you had posted? The other big?
Nate
What's
the
his
Great.
name?
Oh, Evans?
Yeah, Big Evans. Honestly, I like both of them today.
Yeah.
They're both kind of fitted for the same thing. Evans a little bit more space on the floor. Nate a little bit more 3-point upside. But he looked great last year. He's going to be a stud player, getting ready to go to the draft this next year. Worried about the game staying close, being the main concern. But I like him, man. I think his points, rebounds, all that stuff. He had a double-double in the preseason. Looked great. Just the only thing with him is the minutes, man. Coach kind of has a hard cap right around that 30-minute range for him. All right, that's what I got for you guys today. So let's hit on a few questions, and then I think we are going to skedaddle.
Okay. Well, we got Q Donkey here, so there's going to be some comments and some plays that he has to talk about, which is always invited, incredible, amazing, and fun. He says, Trayson Eaglestaff points. We know Coach was talking about old Trayson Eaglestaff. What a name. What do you think about his points?
Honestly, I think he's going to be a solid candidate for tonight. At least one of the players that if we were going to take a shot on didn't look that bad. He did have kind of a rough preseason game, I will say, but the volume was definitely there. The minutes were there for him, and they do have pretty good expectations for him overall this season. So could come out of the gates, a little slow on the start. So, maybe don't quite be so surprised if that happens, but I did like him in the second half of the game. A player, just a real try hard for the team, trying to make a spot for himself. So I do like it, man. Shop around for the prices on him. I know that was kind of varying from site to site, but you guys had posted something, I believe, with an alt and a boost. So again, if you guys are in the Discord, we had that hooked up for you.
Yeah, Coach did the 12.5 points on Underdog.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Alrighty. Warzone Podcast says, let's fucking go, bro. Glad you're here. Okay, so Green Tongue Man says, and I wrote back to him already, but I figured we'd put it on here to talk about. He says, DK has Boozer and Isaiah plus 100 for 15 each. What do you think? And I said, I feel like it's too much. We don't need that, right? Like, you can get Isaiah for 15 plus at minus 125. I just played it. So why add Boozer for plus 25 cents? You never know what's going to happen, right?
Yeah, it's not the worst thing. I think if you're just looking for an easier parlay, like that would be something I'd probably be leaning a little bit closer for. But yeah, man, it's it's so hard not to just take even like maybe split the unit, do half on just one straight prop for him, and then if I was going to split something with Boozer, it would be like alt points plus an assist, or alt points plus something. Let me look real fast because I actually haven't checked on DK because they have been actually the slowest of all the sites to drop anything today. Let's see what we got here to work with. We got assist on here too, right?
No Boozer.
Oh,
See how they do it? See how they do it, man? Boozer on Dabble is probably the best value now. It's flat payout on Dabble 2.5. I just don't want to have to play another prop with it to be happy.
Holy shit, their lines are inflated. Bro, he's 20 plus points is minus 165.
No way.
Even 21 plus minus 130. That's crazy, man. DK's putting up.
He is moving up though. But they also get you for that, right? Because there's no way to go under, so they're just gonna inflate it like fuck you, haha. What are you gonna do? Can't go under, so.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I mean, if I was going to pivot something like that, you could probably sprinkle in something like Boozer PR, get that at something. But yeah, man, I don't know. I would probably personally like split the 15 plus on Evans and then something with like
nah. The 15 plus is minus 125 by itself.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, if he's trying to get exposure to Boozer as well, you could do something like the 15 plus and a spread or something like that, or the money line.
They got Boozer 17.5 discount on Bunk Sleeper. You just go right over there. Just put that in. You got your little Boozer happiness.
Yeah. Nah, but I mean, hey, I get it. If you're trying to squeeze in just for a low sweat. It sucks that all the odds have moved so much, but I didn't realize that DK had this stuff quite so inflated. Like, they really moved their lines this afternoon.
New motto, guys. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Don't confuse yourself and throwing all these parlays together. Just as simple as possible. Try to get you with those parlays. One little injury. One little coach getting mad. One little off night from one of the guys. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, that'd be something. Do they have that? I'm surprised they don't have it for one of these boosts here for like the two of those players. Let's see, Pope, Evans, Boozer. This might be what he was talking about.
Yep, that's probably it. I don't like it at all. I hate it. If you can get Evans by himself at minus 125, why are we doing that? Hell no.
Yeah, something to think about.
I thought about it. I thought about it, and I'm 1,000% confident that is not the way.
I feel you on that. I feel you.
It's too easy. It's too easy to get the same plays for way better value in other ways. That's a shit promo. Hey, I just like being honest, guys. We're trying to win.
No, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. All right, well, let's keep it going. What else we got?
Let's see. There was another Q donkey here. He said, Where'd it go? Okay, so we talk Eagle step. Oh, here we go. Cam Corin with 23 last night. Oh, that's just what he was saying. He came through with that.
Yeah.
Play. There you go.
He did. I played it with you too. I went back and looked at that about the Lau news, and I was like, you know what? Lau's not even on this team. That makes sense. And I saw bro was balling out, and I mean the first half, I think he covered it in like the first 10 minutes or something like that.
Nice one, Q Donkey. That's what's up, bro. Glowboy says Kobe McGee.
Yeah, so Florida State. I mean, interesting game here to say the least. I believe it had a pretty outlandish spread, if I'm not mistaken, like 30 something or 27.5. McGee was definitely one of the ones that I did have interest in. Guys, 3-point sniper. I mean, we saw this a lot last year. You know, a lot of games shooting from beyond the arc. The volume I think is pretty reasonable. The only thing that kind of scared me, man, was just looking at this team and how many different shooters they had was a bit concerning because they had like I think both of their games. Multiple people in double-digit field goal attempts, which is kind of abnormal for college basketball. But so we'll say here, this one against Alabama, this was a competitive game. Obviously, Alabama plays really fast, but McGee went 3 of 12 from 3. He had 12 total attempts. Robert McRae, kind of the wild card here. He had 16 attempts. And you remember this guy, Ladji Jones? We played him a little bit last year.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he got scooped up on this team for Florida, and he looked pretty good, man. But again, concern being they have just so many mouths to feed on this team that is somewhat of a drawback.
What's McGee's props? Well, what's his lines at? You know,
he is 13 and a half points.
Yeah, that feels a little. I mean, obviously, like you said, he can get there, but feels coin flippish, right?
It does, just because, you know, again, looking at the other games, I mean, he still had pretty high volume. Like in the limited minutes they played in the other exhibition game, he was still tied for field goal attempts, lead field goal attempts on the team. But him, I think him, McRae, and then Ladji, and sprinkle in Chauncey Wiggins. But it's just so hard when you see that, you know, that kind of usage spread out a little bit too thin. Somebody's gonna more than likely lose out on, you know, if they play reduced minutes again like this game. I did like McGee though. You know, the 3 props that they gave us, McGee, I don't know if I could trust McRae to get 17, but this was at least a lower sweat. So you're probably still looking for a couple threes from him. I don't remember, did they give us a 3-point prop? If we got a 3-point prop from him, that would be actually kind of sick. I don't think we did. Nope. Yeah, something to think about though. I did not mind him at all.
Okay. And speaking of low sweats, man, tell me about this is the one that caught my eye that I put money on was Tremont Mark points. Now nobody has written this, you know, but I really like that play. To be honest, after the 2 Duke guys, that's the one that stands out to me. 11.5 points. There's no more Trey Johnson there. He's gonna take the shots. He's basically the 1 or the 2 highest scorer on the team. 11.5. I mean, why not? Everything I read about him, they all said it's him and Pope doing the scoring pretty much. We only need 12 points. I know it's Duke. I know it could be blowout, but 12 points for one of the top scorers on the team? I mean, bro, I don't know. Seems low to me. So I'm taking a stab at that personally. And Boozer assists. And that's how my day is going to roll.
Yeah, Trayvon Mark was definitely an interesting one. I mean, me personally, I know there's probably going to be somewhat of a divide between either Jordan Pope here or Mark, but just seeing what they did in the tournament and to close the season last year, I was way more impressed with Tremont. I mean, you can see also his RA started to climb a lot towards the end of the season. The only red flag drawback with him, I will say, is he does come with foul risks. We did see him foul out twice, and then he had a lot of these games here we can see with 4 fouls. So, yes, there is definitely some concern for that. I think mostly, and then the game staying close being the next thing. But I did love this usage rating. I mean, this is when the team was still loaded with their stars, and the guy was averaging 25 usage rating per game. And that's like, you know, our typical marker that we're looking for whenever they don't have a lot of stars around them. So now losing those guys in this kind of game, you know,
Now wait, E. Now you said all that great stuff about him, but then remember the best part: 11.5.
Right.
We're not talking 14.5. Yeah. We're not talking 13.5. 11.5. 3 buckets a half, buddy. Come on. I don't know. To me, it seems low. Maybe I'm way off here. Maybe he goes out there and sucks, but that's what I'm doing today. Fuck it. Feels too good with everything you just said too.
No, honestly, I mean, I think
Fouls,
it's a very
though.
sharp play.
I didn't know about the fouls. You brought up a good point there with the fouls. But still, 12 points. Come on, man. You can get 12 points with 4 fouls.
Yeah, I mean, and we saw him do that a lot this last year, especially whenever this guy plays over 27 minutes. I mean, he averaged almost 14 points a game. Don't sleep on the RA. I will say, don't sleep on the RA. If you can find his PRA at 16.5, I think that's a very, very acceptable line for him.
Yes, I like that. I see 17.5 now. Coach got 16.5 last night. If it was 16.5, I'd love that too. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, for sure.
5 RA.
But yeah. I like him, man. Honestly, all these games, except for, I mean, realistically, this one game down here at the bottom, he basically had double-digit field goal attempts every game. The guy gets to the free throw line multiple times a game, so you do like to see that. And he's not a high-volume three-point shooter, but he will definitely take these open threes and is not afraid to pull. But I like it, man. I mean, somebody's got to score on this team. Again, personally, I don't know if it's going to be Pope.
Well, look at Pope. That's what I was going to say. I'm glad you brought him up. Look at Pope real quick. Look at his field goal attempts. It's not even close.
Nah, he was completely fine when taking a backseat last year. And, it's not even something like he's not bringing the RA or anything like that. Small defensive stats, but unless he just had an absolute glow up on the off season, I mean, for me personally, I'm going to keep the expectations a little bit low. If anything, a player that's going to step forward, maybe I think Dylan Swain could be a candidate for that. Really efficient shooter, didn't shoot a whole lot. The volume's not really high, but very efficient for a big. And the rebounding looked really great for him last year. So we played him quite a few times. Xavier had 2 guys, and they were one of our favorites to target versus turnovers. So I remember this team a lot.
Yeah, and we know he's going to do good on this new team because his coach moved over there. He followed his coach. So his coach was like, come on over. So he's going to give him a little extra love. That helps too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all the Texas props are pretty low, man. I mean, it's a team playing a full game here, and their highest dude is 11.5 points. I mean, what are we talking here? What are we doing? Like, are they going to spread it out that much? Something's a little, I don't know. I'm going for it. Fuck it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We move on till tomorrow, but I like it.
Right.
Fuck it.
One other prop that did kind of stand out now that we're talking about it too was I think even Swain, 2 different options here. They have his rebounds at 5 flat, which is kind of low, but this 24 fantasy is very low. I mean, he's a pretty low turnover guy, but he gets defensive stocks and blocks and steals along the way, but the minutes really high, doesn't foul a whole lot. Usage rating usually low 20s, but still a solid 20s. So I mean, hey, we get a player that goes out and plays. I mean, you see all these games with 30 plus minutes. This is Pope. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, this shit looks terrible.
Yeah, Bunko Pope.
I was like, am I tripping? Hold on. This does not look right. What I just clicked on. Okay, this much better. Yeah, all these fantasy. I mean, he only had a couple games that was sub 20, but any game that he played over 30 minutes, I mean, that looked real sharp. So 26.5, a little bit low.
Bingo, and there you go.
That's right. That was his name-o.
And there's only one game today, so the other games are just side random shit. Seems like.
Yeah, basically.
So, yeah. So,
basically, more of a spectator sport today. We're going to learn. We're going to jot down some notes, and then this is another thing that can also work out in our favor is these bookies open the lines a little bit too high, and maybe the player gets there, but a lot of them are going to probably end up coming, somewhat short if the game blows out, which will make their lines go down for the next time that we hopefully get them in a competitive game.
Good thought. Yeah, that's very, very true.
All right, big dog. Well, I think by the looks of it, that was our last question too, right?
Yep, think so. We can get off here, wait for the game, and I can go make some beats. It'll be fun.
Awesome. Hell yeah, y'all. Well, we appreciate it as always. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that like on the way out. Don't forget to turn the notifications on. And we will be having, I think, more videos and stuff at night moving forward. right now with the board being a little bit scarce, it's kind of hard to do that. And we want to make sure we're getting good plays out there, not just pushing content. But we appreciate y'all. We'll catch y'all in the Discord. Good luck tonight. We'll catch y'all back tomorrow. Peace.